Hi, thanks for stopping by Fix, Tinker, Review, Repeat. I'm Ken, and boy is it hot outside. It's in the high 90s, and we're doing some renovation work inside. We're almost at the point of putting up some kitchen cabinets, and we need our indoor AC to work properly, and it's not. But I'm going to show you how to fix it. Boy is it hot outside, and we need this roll-around portable AC unit to work properly. We're doing kitchen cabinet installations tomorrow, and it's way too hot in here to work comfortably. It's in the mid to high 90s outside and almost that hot in here. So I think I know what's wrong with the unit. I did clean out the evaporator coil, but there's another problem. So let's take it apart, and I'll show you how I'm going to fix this. These roll-around AC units have two coils. One is the evaporator coil, and one is the condenser coil. The condenser coil takes the hot air in and vents it out to the outside, along with some humidity. The evaporator coil distributes the cold air inside the room. So I'm going to take the back cover off and show you that I did clean out the evaporator coil. But there's another problem. The condenser coil is caked up with dirt, and it just won't operate efficiently. So let's clean it out. So I did vacuum some of the debris very carefully from the coils, and I'm using now a very soft brush to remove the rest of the debris from the coils. And you have to be very careful here as not to mash down the cooling vents here, because that will reduce the efficiency of the AC unit. So if you have mashed down coils, it does greatly reduce the efficiency of the air conditioning unit. And what you can do is gently use either a plastic knife or very carefully use a small screwdriver to unmash the coils. And this way you will increase the efficiency of the unit. But you have to be very careful when you do this as not to damage the cooling coils that are below the surface. Let me turn the unit around here to give you a little bit better idea and look in the condenser coil. And this is an often very neglected part of these roll-around AC units. This condenser coil is caked up with loads of dust. And this is a little bit beyond being able to clean this off with a paintbrush or a vacuum cleaner. So I'm going to have to bring this out to my garage and clean it out with some compressed air. Now, if you don't have compressed air, I guess you can use a brush or some other means of getting this dust off very, very carefully. And similar to the evaporator coil, this condenser coil is very, very delicate. And these fins can be mashed in very easily. And when you mash the coils in, it reduces the airflow, it restricts the air flowing over the condenser coil, and it will drastically reduce the efficiency of your AC unit. So you want to avoid mashing these fins down as much as possible. So let's take this out to the garage and clean it off with some compressed air. Well, the tractor is waiting outside. Let's get this loaded up and let's clean this out. Let's get this cleaned out. It's very hot. It's in the mid 90s right now, and we've got to get that AC going. Now I'm going to take a look at the unit and see if I can get at it from the back to blow the air through it, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Not easily anyway, without taking the entire unit apart. Here's a squirrel cage fan, and here's the condenser unit here. Let me get a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's a condenser unit, and I'd love to blow the air out of the unit, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that rather than blow the air in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to blow the air across the face and maybe get some air from the back as best I can through the opening here without taking the fan, squirrel cage fan, and all the other stuff apart, which would take hours in this heat. So let's see if we can get this apart, and or if we can get it blown out rather than take it apart, and see if we can clean out this dust. Just look at this caked up dust here. That's all dust. That's accumulated sawdust and sheetrock compound dust and just household lint and other things that's built up over the years. So let me get some of this off by hand, and then we'll blow it out with the compressed air. Okay, I'm ready to start cleaning out the condenser coil, and I'm also going to blow out the evaporator coil as well while I'm at it. I'm going to use my safety glasses. I got hearing protection and a true N95 mask for respiratory protection. Unlike the COVID era KN95 mask, a true N95 mask will effectively filter out many particulates that are present in the dust here. So let me get started and hopefully get this back in the in its cooling mode. As you can see, there was quite a bit of dust that came out, and it looks like I got most of it out. A couple of very small spots, but we're going to let it be. I didn't want to damage the fins in any way. These are very delicate. So let's get it put back into the house, get it back together, and see if there's an improvement. Okay, so let's see if we can get this back together and see if she works. I did clean off the back housing, which had a lot of dust on it, using the Glacier Bay laundry tub that I reviewed in a previous video. And if you'd like to look at that, you may find it useful if you're looking for a slop sink during your renovation work. something to use to clean stuff out like this rear cover. So anyway, we'll put this back together. Interestingly enough, I did mash a few of the fins during handling, which I straightened out. And I noticed also there was a little bit of residual dust that the compressed air didn't get out. And even using a very carefully, of course, brush to go with the grain, I wasn't able to get all the dust out. The paintbrush did not work. Seems to be kind of glued in there from the moisture from the evaporator coil, and the colder temperature and water condensing on it kind of formed a gluey substance. Also, you might look at the wiring and any things like a thermostat, put those back in place. The wiring here, there's a strain relief, and I'm going to put that back where it belongs. I'm going to check the wiring, make sure I didn't disrupt anything during handling or jostling it around. So let me get this back together, and hopefully we'll have a mission accomplished. These units are fairly easy to install, and one part goes into the window, the other end gets plugged into the back of the air conditioning unit. So let's crank her up and see if she runs. Okay, compressor's on. Oh no, have some nice airflow now. So the way these units operate is that the hot air gets blown out, and interestingly enough, the condenser coil moves a lot of air because that's taking room air and exhausting it outside into the through the window. And the cold air is what's it's recirculated room air. So there's absolutely no filtration on the exhausted air that's going outside, and that unfortunately there's no filter, and all the dust accumulated on that condenser coil over the years, and that's what caused the dramatic decrease in efficiency. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope this video was helpful. We got the AC working again. It's nice and cool. I could stand here now for the next hour and cool off. When we first turned the AC on, it was about 85 degrees in the room. It's now 80 degrees, and hopefully get down into the mid to low 70s to create a nice working environment for our kitchen cabinet installation. As you can see, we fixed this for no cost at all, except for some sweat equity, literally sweat equity. So it took about 2 hours to get it disassembled, to clean it out, and then to reassemble it. And I think that was well worth the time investment, although I wish it was a little bit cooler today, but that's the way it is. So thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. That would help out. Press that like button, which also helps out with the YouTube algorithms. And share this video with others who may find this interesting. So again, thanks for tuning in to Fix, Tinker, Review, Repeat, and hope all your projects go well.